We work with ATT&CK a lot. Many of our projects depend on ATT&CK in one way or another, such as mapping cloud security controls to attack techniques or mapping NIST security controls. When ATT&CK releases a new major version, which happens twice per year, it takes a lot of manual effort to identify precisely which techniques have changed, how they have changed, and the impact those changes have on our work. We built ATT&CK to make this process easier, but we released it to the public so that others can benefit from it too. Let's start with the ATT&CK website, which lets you access detailed change logs for any versions of ATT&CK. As a hypothetical, let's say that we work at an organization that has built an internal security program based on ATT&CK v11. Now we want to upgrade to the latest and greatest, let's say version 13.1. We can select those versions and view a change log that spans from version 11 to 13 and includes intermediate versions such as 12. On this screen, we can see a summary of the changes organized by object type. So if we're interested in techniques, we can see 31 net new techniques and 276 modified. This gives us a sense of the scale of the changes and how much work it will take to update my internal system to this new ATT&CK version. I can drill down one more time to see details. For new techniques, I can quickly see the technique description. It's also really helpful to understand the details of modified techniques. This proc file system technique has some pretty heavy modifications, and so this tells me that I need to update my internal system anywhere it relies on this technique to make sure that it is still aligned to ATT&CK's definition. On the other hand, some technique updates are minor. For example, this one just corrects the spelling of LSAS. This is a huge time saver because I can avoid reanalyzing techniques that have not materially changed. To measure the efficiency gained by using ATT&CK, we used it to update our own NIST 853 mappings project, which maps NIST controls to ATT&CK techniques. This is one of the Center's most popular projects. It contains almost 10,000 line items, and it took a lot of effort to develop this in the first place. We originally created the project based on ATT&CK version 8, then later upgraded it to version 9, and then to version 10. So we have historical data showing how much effort is required to upgrade this project. For our case study, we used ATT&CK to help upgrade again from version 10 to version 12. You can read all about the case study on our project wiki, but the bottom line is that we realized a 75% reduction in effort to perform this migration. To get a sense of where these labor savings come from, let's take a look at an example. This spreadsheet contains the original project mappings from version 10. In columns A and B, we have the control ID and name, and in columns D and E, we have ATT&CK ID and name. The ATT&CK tool adds columns showing changes that affect the map technique. For example, this technique has a modified description and also a new mitigation. This is a cue to our analysts to revisit this mapping and consider whether any changes need to be made. So where does the 75% cost savings come from? The most important savings comes from all the techniques that have no changes. Our analyst does not need to revisit these mappings, which can account for 50% or more of the total work reduction. Another area of cost savings comes from separating material changes from immaterial changes, such as typos. This example shows a modified technique. But when we view the changes, we can quickly determine that this is just fixing a typo, and it doesn't materially impact our mappings. If you want to learn more about ATT&CK, visit our website or our wiki. If you have questions or feedback, open an issue on GitHub or email us, ctid@mitre-ingenuity.org.